Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for including my amendments en bloc. I do have serious reservations about the first act and its path for our innovation ecosystem. We have to make the necessary investments in basic science research so we can reap the reward of R&D in future years. And our research community and our businesses have been asking for certainty and strong science funding, and unfortunately the first act doesn't get us there. We need to fund basic research across all scientific disciplines in order to maintain our global competitiveness. The beauty of basic scientific research is we do not know what we are discovering until we discover it. Our researchers and innovators also need consistent funding, and I have reservations about the authorizations level in the first act, which do not even keep up with the rate of inflation, effectively resulting in cuts. Also, the bill also provides only 2 years of authorization, which leaves a big, unacceptable question mark for subsequent years. We need to demonstrate our commitment to the scientific endeavors of this country, and as the bill currently stands, I see it as a missed opportunity. The high points of the first act are few and far between. I think we really need to take a hard look at the administrative burden we place on the researchers, and as someone interested in reforming our often overly complex processes, I am pleased to see the provisions regarding regulatory efficiency. My first amendment simply adds that the working group looking at research regulations will consult with non-federal stakeholders, including researchers, universities, industry, and small businesses. And in order to perform the process to lessen the administrative burden, we need to make sure we are including the folks who are affected. We have to include the researchers who currently spend 40% of their time completing administrative tasks because they will know what regulations do or don't make sense. That is an unacceptable burden. I believe we all share a common goal of letting our scientists get back to their work and lessening the stress of complying with burdensome paperwork, Mr. Chairman, and I hope that the subcommittee adopts this common sense amendment. In recent years, we have seen a tremendous rise in university-based incubators and accelerators where students can take their ideas and research and grow them into small businesses. These are university endeavors that are important to tech transfer and commercialization of federally funded research. These centers are also important to encourage entrepreneurship and innovation in this next generation of American leaders. My second amendment would ask the Secretary of Commerce to request a National Academy of Sciences study on the role of incubators and accelerators, especially university-based ones, in the commercialization of federally funded research and regional economic development. Specifically, the study would look at metrics to compare the development of startups to see how helpful these centers are, and would also identify best practices of leading accelerators and incubators around the country. This study will be helpful in showing a university or college that is thinking about starting its own accelerator or incubator program how it can be a worthwhile endeavor, and in the end, the information will benefit our students the most, who have the best environments to take risks on their ideas and research. There are hundreds of companies, large and mostly small, that have their roots in basic science research, including in my district, Genomatica, which started in the labs of the University of California, San Diego with the help of an NSF grant. My hope is that strong accelerator and incubator programs will encourage more students and researchers to take that leap and become the entrepreneurs we need to grow the economy and keep our economy competitive. At the University of California, San Diego, we have the Sanford Burnham Biotechnology Accelerator that excels in connecting young biotech startups with various business development resources, including wet laboratory space and industry know-how. Mr. Chairman, I hope the subcommittee supports this amendment to keep encouraging and improving our innovation ecosystem, and I hope the Chairman will work with us to really strengthen the National Science Foundation and our innovation pipeline, given the reservations that many of us have with the underlying bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.